Hey there everyone, I'm Meteorologist Jennifer Lambers with the latest look at your forecast for this Tuesday afternoon. We are continuing to track more scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the Gulf Coast, and right now we are seeing a severe thunderstorm warning just up in Monroe County. So let's go ahead and check on that just to see the latest timing and what that storm is also looking like. So going back to our radar right now, you can continue to see those thunderstorms just across the Gulf Coast. Right now, most areas are seeing them, Mississippi counties, Alabama counties, along with our Florida counties. So in case you are hearing this and also seeing this with this heavier rainfall in some areas and also that lightning and that thunder. Also, I am just going to confirm that people can hear me. Okay, perfect. I think so. I was just a little bit delayed starting there, but yeah, let's go ahead and check in on some of these thunderstorms that we're seeing. First, I want to go ahead and touch on where we are seeing that severe thunderstorm right now. Again, this is going to be including Conecuh, Escambia, and Monroe County. So Uriah, you're probably hearing a lot of that thunder and that lightning. This is heading towards Huxford. So you're next for getting some of this heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and also this lightning. So that's what typically makes for these severe thunderstorm warnings, is just what we're seeing inside of these, and mainly going to be those gusty winds that warrants a lot of these. So if you're in this area and you're hearing this, you're seeing this, let me know, because right now most areas seeing a lot of sunshine. Right now I'm in Mobile County, right off I-65 in Government. It is sunny outside, it's looking good, but most areas are going to continue to see this as we continue further on into the afternoon. I see Jessica said Florida here and thunderstorms in the distance. Yes, so I do want to remind everyone, when thunder roars, go indoors. Make sure that you are inside in case you are hearing this, because lightning can really travel a long way. So make sure that you are inside, make sure you're being safe, because we are just continuing to track these across the Gulf Coast. Let's go ahead and check out some of the other areas right now. I'm sure Pascagoula right now, really hearing a lot of that thunder and that lightning. As you can see, that it is seeing very active back there. So let's go ahead and check out that count right there near Van Cleve. Whoops. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Just right there, that's 112 strikes in the past 30 minutes. So it's picking up more in intensity. Grand Bay going to be seeing a lot more of this rain as we continue further on into the evening. These storms, they really like that daytime heating, so that's always why we see them later in the day. Also microbursts are what is very common here on the Gulf Coast. That's just those, they're called mesoscale convective systems, and they're just these storms that form in the daytime heating, and then they also bring that heavy rainfall, the gusty winds, and the lightning. So very typical here on the Gulf Coast. That's also why we are under that general thunder risk right now, just for the potential of those. Very common, especially in the afternoon hours, and also it's just very spotty in nature for what we continue to see for them. But let's go ahead and check out the timing for the rest of the evening too, because I do want to see what it's looking like heading into later on tonight. You can see our futurecast right now starting at 3 p.m. as we continue further on into tonight. You can see that we do have more showers on the way, but then by the time we get to 9 p.m., once that sun really starts to set, then it is getting a lot better. So again, once the sun sets, we get better because we lose that daytime heating, we lose a driving factor within that. I want to go ahead and check out this futurecast though. Here we go. This one I think does a better job at just showing where we could potentially see more of those showers. It shows them a little bit more scattered in nature, mainly making their way across the Florida Panhandle, and also checking out some of that spotty cloud cover. As it continues further on into the evening, you can really start to see that it dries up. So in case you want to see that Neowise comet tonight, and then luckily we're looking at those partly cloudy skies, so you should have a good chance of it about 9 or 10 p.m. once that sun starts to set and those skies start to dry. So again, we're going to go ahead and go back to that severe thunderstorm warning that is currently in effect for Monroe County, Escambia County, and Conecuh County. That is in effect until 3:15 p.m. Still seeing a lot of lightning strikes within this. I'm going to go ahead and get a count on those. There you go, 89 strikes. So the one near Pascagoula was having a lot more lightning in this, but again, this one has those gusty winds associated with it, so that's what warranted this severe thunderstorm warning. So if anyone in that area, probably really hearing that, but let's go ahead and get the track on it just to see where it's heading, who's next. So you can see if I back it up, still continuing just to push slightly towards the southeast. Zooming out. So probably Atmore, Bruton, and Flomaton, you are all going to be next for this storm within the next hour as it continues to track on further. Right now that speed is very slow at only 5 miles per hour. So this is a slow moving storm. It's just going to be staying over there. So in case you are driving anytime soon, or in case you live near this area and you need to head out, go ahead and leave now, because this is slow moving. And what's going to happen is that the more this rain starts to fall and in that slow pace, that's when we have the potential for some of that isolated flash flooding. That's what these storms are really known for, is those winds and the isolated flash flooding by the slow pace of that rain falling. So just make sure that you are being careful if you are in that area and going ahead, getting out the door, driving careful, and also if you have those wipers on, make sure those headlights are on too, because that way you're more visible to other drivers. I know that we've had a lot of issues with that, and what people are, always want to remind us here on the Gulf Coast, just to make sure that you are being that safe out on the roads. Let's go ahead and take a look at your evening planner though, just because we are continuing to track some of those showers. What are the temperatures looking like? Because we are hot right now. By 7 p.m. we're looking at being in the mid 80s, still have the potential for those spotty and isolated showers, and then continuing on into the overnight hours, we are staying muggy and staying humid. And also, I do want to remind folks that with this hot temperature and what's causing a lot of these microbursts is the heat. And we are under that heat advisory today. That's because we're seeing those heat indices well over 100 degrees, so into the triple digits. It's very hot out there. And so those heat indices are going to be feeling that way as well. So checking out the high temperatures for today. We were at 93 so far in Mobile, 96 in Pascagoula, 92 in Pensacola, and 97 in Crestview. So just 3 degrees shy of that 100 degrees mark. So it's very hot out there. And then also we have one that, yeah, let's check out what the heat indices are looking like right now. Whew. And it is 107 in Pascagoula and downtown and Pensacola. So that's those feels like temperatures just mixing with those dew points. So again, it's feeling very hot out there. It's feeling muggy. And it's feeling like the triple digits here at 3 p.m. on this Tuesday afternoon. So yeah, Karen, you had it correct with that little emoji right there, that it is hot out there. So make sure you are using caution. Make sure you're cutting down on your time that you're outside. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. That's especially a big one. Drink the fluids. Just make sure that you are being safe in this heat, because it is very hot out there. Make sure that you know the signs of heat stroke, heat exhaustion, because that isn't anything to mess around with, especially with the masks too. To make sure you're being careful, make sure you're taking breaks from having to go outside and be in places, because you are continuing to breathe in that. So just make sure that you're being cautious, make sure you are doing all of that, and being safety precautions too. Let's go ahead and check out that SPC outlook right now. We are under general thunder. Again, this goes until tomorrow at 6 a.m. and then at 6 a.m. we are under the general thunder risk again. Very typical here on the Gulf Coast. So we're in this almost every single day. It is a bit more strange if we start to bump up in that 1 and 2 level range or even further. So general thunder most every single day, and that just means that we're going to be seeing some of those thunderstorms come in the afternoon, and they have the potential to have that frequent lightning, those gusty winds, and those heavy downpours within them. I don't have a graphic for the tropics right now, but everything is quiet and no activity is forecasted for the next 5 days. So just want to give an update there that luckily it is looking good. Let's go ahead and backtrack towards our radar once again. Again, we start the news at 4 p.m. and Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith will have another update then. Oh, here we go. I see Katie says loud thunder in Sims. Sounds scary out there. And also Lynn says hearing thunder in Mobile, 3:15. So yes, as we zoom in closer towards Mobile right now, seeing some thunderstorms really start to pick up just near Saraland, extending just south of Satsuma. This moving over Industrial Parkway. Let's go ahead and backtrack this just a little bit so you can see the development of the storm. So yeah, this is what that mesoscale convective system, it's called MCS for short, and this is just what we typically see around this time, and this is what, oh, there we go, now I'm hearing some thunder here at the station. So again, we're just off, we're in McGowan Park, just the very south there on the screen. Just heard thunder out there, and you can really just start to see this pick up almost out of nowhere, and that's what that daytime heating does, and it really drives these storms. So right now what we're seeing is just an 8 Mile and Magnolia Grove, just over Bear Fork Road and High Point Boulevard, moving through Whistler, and this is soon going to pass over I-65. So if you need to get anywhere soon, make sure you're driving safe, especially on the interstate right there, because this will make for very risky driving situations. Just going to be that heavy downpours, low visibility is probably the biggest thing too, and the slick roads. So we can see that lightning really start to pick up as well with that heavy rain just right now about to move through Midtown. So I know that a lot of folks, thunder in Wilmer, thunder and lightning in Saraland. Scott, I'm very happy that you finished that hay right before it. And then how is it going to be around 5 p.m.? So we're continuing to track these showers throughout the 5 p.m. hour. They're most typically going to be settling around 8 and 9 p.m. So once that sun sets, that really starts to die down the energy that these storms need to be able to produce further. So we're in the hottest time of the day right now, 3 p.m. It's typically 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. that we see the hottest temperatures of the day. Sun's still what's driving a lot of these storms to pick up in intensity and what's continuing to drive them. So we'll probably see this storm as it pushes its way through Mobile. But then again, by the time we get to this evening and by sunset, this will start to die down just slightly. So again, if you are in Magnolia Grove, if you're in Tolmanville, Pine Grove, Spring Hill, Midtown, then this rain is heading your way. So maybe your plants need it. But again, that's what we're seeing right now on radar. This is not a severe thunderstorm warning. I'll go ahead and show the warning map just to show where that severe thunderstorm is. Oh, and it looks like that severe thunderstorm warning was allowed to expire. So luckily there are no severe thunderstorm warnings currently in place for the Gulf Coast. So it is looking a lot better out there. Again, that's all I have. We'll continue to keep you updated here on Fox 10 News in case any more warnings are issued. But if not, Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith will have another look at your forecast coming up at 4 p.m. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Again, it is starting to really thunder here at McGowan Park, but we'll continue to keep you updated. And